Oh, good.
Cases are coming back, people are happy.
Oh, good.
That means we're actually doing good things, you know?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Takes a while, takes a very long time.
absolutely.
this is yours, mine. All right,
Well,
let's see if
I've
I
got,
fire it up.
I've got another big meeting
Do you?
after this, so
You guys ready to go?
anytime you are, Mr. Chair.
You'd all stand with me if you're able to for the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good morning, Mr. Chair.
Good morning. Good morning, everyone. Today is February 7th, 2023. It is 9 o'clock, and we're going to get this show kicked off. And we're going to start things off with additions or deletions to the agenda. And we have none from
Make a motion to
Tabitha.
approve, Mr. Chair.
Second.
Got a motion and a second. Further discussion? Hearing none. Those in favor?
Aye.
Those opposed? That motion passes. We're then going to, I'm going to turn to our administrator.
Thank you,
Mr.
Mr. Chair.
LeBlanc.
I appreciate it. Thank you, and good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning.
Well, this is always my favorite part of the meeting, and today I'd ask Joy Leidenfrost if you'd come on up here so we can embarrass you just for a little bit.
It's really not to embarrass you, Joy. It is not to
She's
embarrass
like,
you.
why? Well, okay. Yeah. Good morning, Bonnie. Thanks for being here, and Brad. So nice to see you, as always. So Joy Leidenfrost, let me tell you a little bit about Joy. When I first got here, I went around to all of the departments, and I got to meet our employees. And I finished that engagement, and I always ask, what makes you famous? And when I met Joy that day, she said what makes her famous is her attitude, her personality, and also that she can be hired out to sing people happy birthday. But sometimes that was, I don't know, more of to give people some additional attention, if you will. Shortly thereafter, it was in the holiday season, and I remember seeing Joy, and she had a big brooch on her blouse, and it said Joy on it. And I knew I would not forget her name. Little did I know, she's much more than that. As we got to talking about her and Bill, and then to know that I went to high school the same time as her son, we both wrestled against each other. He was from Piers and I was from Little Falls. But Joy continues to be the person in the office that is constantly looking to uplift others. And Brad has done a great job, along with Bonnie and Cindy's, of putting emphasis on employees and making our culture and our climate better. If you go around Joy's cubicle area when those competitions are happening, it is unmistakable when you enter into her area. It is absolutely phenomenal. She goes over and above all the time. She's constantly giving more of herself to others, and it doesn't go unnoticed. This morning, gentlemen, I bring before you our fourth quarter Award of Excellence recipient, Ms. Joy Leidenfrost, and I would like to read the nomination. It reads, Joy is an extremely talented and creative individual and is known throughout for her decorating skills. Joy was asked to join the Holiday Gathering Committee to help with some centerpieces for our event. Joy agreed to help. From her there, she basically became our decorator for the entire event. Joy met with the committee members to discuss options, what we would like to see, who and how things would get done. After that initial meeting, Joy came up with a vision and a plan. Joy brought in a few things that committee members were able to help with, but Joy did most of the work. Not only did she go to stores looking for items that would fit our budget, she found many items around her home that she donated. Joy put in tireless amounts of work creating items, painting items, assembling those items, etc. She spent many, many hours working on the decorations. Joy created 30 centerpieces as well as an arch where guests could take pictures. And then life happened. Joy lost her sister-in-law that weekend prior to the gathering. She still wanted to make sure the event had all the decorations. Even in her time of sadness, she thought about others. Anytime Joy is asked to help out with something, she gives it her all. And for those of you that were able to attend our holiday reception at the Piers Ballroom, that joy and this joy and that she brought to that event was because of this lady right here. And she had her life experiences going through, but yet she and Bill showed up that night. And she was there to celebrate with the Morrison County employees. It's not surprising to see Joy do that. I'm grateful and thankful to have you as part of the Morrison County team, and thank you from the bottom of my heart. Congratulations. Bonnie, you have anything you'd like to add?
I just am so lucky to have Joy as part of our team, and we are lucky to have her as part of the county. She's great and always willing to, very thankful. Yeah.
Well, and I've known Joy for a long time, we've had lots of fun, but still within all that fun is just the hard work she does, the client-centered services she provides, and it just resonates not only to the clients, but to the coworkers, and her willingness and ability to help others. And if you wanna get rid of anything in your house, go to Joy, cause she can make something beautiful out of it, no matter what it is. So, we are lucky to have Joy Leidenfrost as a part of our team.
I'd look to the board.
Mr. Chair, I'd just like to say, Joy, thank you for bringing joy to our organization.
I
Please.
just want to say, when Jeff and I were at that event, we commented about, geez, who made all these table ornaments, or whatever you want to call them, Christmas fun? And I'm glad I got to put a face with the name, and it was pretty incredible, all the work that you did for that event.
Myself, Mr. Chair, I've known Joy for many years, going back a long time, and she was always the life of the party. Again, you go up to her, talk to her, she's always smiling. She was just one of those that, hey, you just kind of wanted to get to talk to and get to know her, so this was a well-deserved Joy, so congratulations.
I enjoy working for Morrison County, I do. I like setting people straight, basically. Most of my clients know me pretty well, and I don't beat around the bush. I tell them what it's like, and that, you gotta do your part too to make things work. So I try to be honest, tell them like it is. I
Perfect.
think most people appreciate that.
Commissioner Casper, did you have a comment?
Yeah, I've known Joyce since she was a little girl. In fact, I went to school with her husband, Bill, and she's always been a fireball. Yeah, thank you, Joy. And the crazy part of it is I told her a few weeks ago, I ran into her at church, and I said, Joy, what's your problem? You never age. It's like, what in the world? Congratulations, Joy. We're so proud of you.
Well, that's a problem to have, never aging. I love that piece. I have to tell you that when I hear the term team player, and sometimes that term is overused by all of us, not with you. You are the epitome of team player. And honest to goodness, I was at the holiday gathering, most of us all were, and at that holiday gathering, there was this sunshine that shined in the Piers Ballroom, knowing that this was not a fun event, was not a fun day for you. We all do what we have to do, and I get that, but I just want to say thank you for everything. I appreciate that very much, and team player, right there, absolutely. Thanks, congratulations.
Thank you, Mr. Chair, and members of the board, and we talked a lot about that holiday gathering, and again, Joy helps set our wonderful culture here in the county. True to our Award of Excellence program, Joy, we have you a front row parking pass. We have our courthouse, historic courthouse block, and on the back of it, it's engraved with 2022 fourth quarter Award of Excellence winner, Joy Leidenfrost. Hope you can display that proudly. And then your certificate of appreciation and recognition for your contributions assisting Morrison County in providing cost-effective, high-quality services in a friendly, respectful manner. Thank you for all that you do, making Morrison County a place our residents are proud to call home. Thanks, Joy.
right?
Come on,
It's
Joy.
always something. Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you. Andy? Or do you want me to stand?
We have to take the
I
right
don't, oh, come on, don't make me in the front.
Yeah, you are gonna be in the front. Hold that.
Am I blocking somebody
No,
here?
I'm all right.
You're pretty little, you should stand.
She does tell it like it is.
Smile. That was a great shot.
Perfect.
All right.
Hold that up
Okay,
high.
well, now we gotta wait for Zach. He might change us around a little bit.
Nope, you guys are perfect. 1, 2, 3. I'll do one more here just in case. 1, 2, 3.
Perfect.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Have a great day.
You too.
Keep up the good work.
Thanks.
And you get your choice of a new piece of Morrison County apparel.
Cool.
On the wall.
Who won the wrestling match? That's what I want to know.
Greg was little. It's okay, he tried his best.
Okay, that's what I wanted, the answer I wanted you to say.
All right, back to business. Matt, thank you very much. Employee recognitions are always fantastic. First class and a first-class job, thank you. First-class award recipient. So we're going to move right into our approval of our consent agenda. I will look to the board if there is anything that anyone wants to have removed from the consent agenda for more discussion, please acknowledge that, say so. Otherwise, I would look for
Make a motion
an
to approve,
agenda.
Mr. Chair.
Got a motion, is there a second? And this is going to be a roll call vote. I am going to look to Commissioner Lemire.
Aye.
Wincher?
Aye.
Blaine?
Aye.
Casper?
Aye.
And myself, Commissioner Jelinski, is an aye vote. That motion passes. We don't have a lot on our agenda today, and I mean that very loosely because our next item on the agenda is the administrator's report. Matt, what do you have for us?
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Just a couple items for the board. One is I received correspondence this week from Centricare. And Centricare is asking for Morrison County to provide an endorsement that basically is encouraging the University of Minnesota or and other agencies to expand medical care into rural areas of Minnesota. So they've sent out a note on that and acknowledging that in rural areas, it's typically more difficult to receive medical care. So it seems as though they're putting forth an effort to maybe try to reach out into some of those places. Before you, up on the screen, is a list of the other agencies, and it's quite inclusive, that have all endorsed Centricare to this point. I could read you their letter that they sent me if you'd like, but what I'm asking is if the board has any concern with me providing Morrison County's endorsement to this effort.
Gentlemen?
I'm good.
I have absolutely no issue whatsoever with endorsing Centricare.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Good.
My second item received a request from our Land Services Director, and she has requested to set a date for the annual Appeal and Equalization meeting. The two dates that she has asked to be considered is June 12th at 5 p.m. or June 14th at 5 p.m. I had our deputy clerk review the commissioners' calendars and didn't see any conflict that we could see with any scheduled meetings.
What's the second one, not the 12th, but the?
14th, 12th or 14th of
Monday or
June.
Wednesday?
That's correct.
Gentlemen, I'm good with either one of those two dates,
What time of day are you?
5 p.m.
Correct.
5 p.m.
That's here.
5 p.m.
And it's here in the boardroom,
And what is it?
board equalization.
Appeal and.
Appeal and equalization.
Monday or Wednesday?
Yep, what would you, is anything specific or, okay? I'm gonna opt for Monday, the 12th at 5 p.m. Gentlemen?
And I'm good with that one. I just want to reiterate, maybe Matt can, the equalization board, that's not for our levy, that's for their taxes, for their property taxes.
That's-
Mr. Chair, I'm going to ask if we could if we could consider the 14th instead of the 12th, as I have a conflict with that.
Excellent. Anybody else have a conflict with the
We could move
14th?
that to Wednesday, the 14th, instead of Monday, the 12th.
Gentlemen, anybody have a conflict with the 14th? All right, let's rock and roll with the 14th at 5 PM.
Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Equalization.
We will get that added to the schedule. And
Mr. Chair,
Yes?
more details about that meeting, equalization for?
absolutely, if I may, Mr. Chair.
Yep.
So in the process of property taxes and the assessment of them, residents will receive notification of the assessed value of their property. Residents that are concerned with that property value that was assessed against it, their first place to go is to their township.
Perfect.
And they can be heard, or I believe they're heard by their township for consideration for an adjustment to the evaluation of their property.
Okay.
If the resident goes to the township and doesn't receive the type of feedback or results that they'd hoped for, they then can come to the Morrison County Board of Appeal and Equalization. And on that board is comprised of the commissioners, as well as a local real estate agent that has a very good read on property values and what properties are being sold for recently, as well as a member of township will be on that board as well, same as last year. If the resident does not attend the township appeal and equalization meeting that occurs, then they are not able to come to the county. So you got to hit the first gate in order to make it to the second.
Okay.
And last year, I believe we had 3 or 4 residents that came to the County Board of Appeal and Equalization. And at that point, the board will hear a staff report on that property and how the assessed value was come about for that property. And there's an opportunity to hear from the resident on why they don't feel that's an appropriate or reasonable assessed value.
Very good.
That answer the question for you?
Yes, thank you.
Okay, very good. Next?
You're gonna send us an invite on that, please?
Will do. That's all I have, Mr. Chair, unless there are any questions from the board for me.
Questions for the administrator from the board? Gentlemen, hearing none, we're going to move into our committee reports, assignments and such. And Tabitha, the dates will start with, I believe, February 12th and go through
February 25th.
February 25th. Gentlemen, I'll get things kicked off with the 12th being Super Bowl. For anybody that is interested. I know there's no purple or nothing like that there that I understand, so. But there's also no green either, so, okay, got it. All right, 14th, 8:30 in the morning, we have a planning meeting, followed by, at or about 10:30 that same morning, a budget meeting. At 6 o'clock, at 6 o'clock that evening, we normally would have Planning Commission Board of Adjustments, but that is canceled. The 15th at 3:30 in the afternoon, I have an SCCB, State Emergency Communications Board Executive Committee meeting that I believe is virtual. At 5 o'clock that evening, I have a Hands of Hope meeting, and that is virtual. On the 16th at 10 o'clock in the morning, I have a Central Minnesota Emergency Services Board Owners and Operators Users meeting, and that is virtual. On the 19th, for anybody that is interested, that's the Daytona 500. Moving right along to the 20th, which is President's Day, the Government Center is closed. The 21st, 9 o'clock in the morning, we have a county board meeting. On the 22nd and on the 23rd, I don't know if anyone from the board is attending. I know the administrator is. That's the AMC Legislative Conference. On the 23rd at 12:30 in the afternoon, I have a State Emergency Communications Board meeting. And the chair of that, Assistant Commissioner Tom Smith, is still out. I'm hopeful that he will be back because then he gets to run that meeting and I won't have to. And that is all I have. I will now turn to Commissioner Winter.
All right, thank you, Mr. Chair. Above and beyond that, on the 21st, I have a Great River Regional Library meeting. It's in St. Cloud at 5 o'clock. On Thursday, the 23rd, I have a TCC here in Little Falls, and that's at 5:30. Otherwise, I'm good to go.
Commissioner Lemire.
13th, 2:30 at the admin large conference room, staff mental health enhancement. Same day, Yellow Ribbon, 3:30, VFW. Did you get that budget meeting on the 14th, Jeff?
I did at or about 10:30 in the morning.
Perfect. 15th, Public Health, 5 o'clock, and it's usually held in this room. And then the 16th, Safety Committee meeting, place to be determined. And then, got all the other stuff. Thank you.
Okay, very good. Commissioner Blaine?
I only have two things, Mr. Chair. On Thursday, the 16th, the Ag Society will meet here at 7 PM. And the following Thursday, on the 23rd at 6 PM, is Region 5 in Staples. And I'd like to ask Tabitha just to confirm, so our March board meeting dates and planning sessions would be the same dates as February, the 7th and the 21st for board, and the 14th and 28th for planning? Is that correct, or is it changed?
Mr. Chair, I think it was just the reverse of that. I have the 7th of March is planning, the 14th is board, the 21st is planning, and the 28th is board.
Okay, so the 14th and 28th are board meetings.
We have planning back to back.
Okay, thank you.
And Commissioner Casper?
Yes, I just have two to add. I have Morrison County Airport Commission on the 16th, and then on the 24th, Mississippi Headwaters Board.
Okay,
Mr. Chair,
yes, please?
if I can just have a quick discussion with Tabitha. After the budget meeting was set a couple weeks back by our CFO, there was discussion to not cause the board to wait until 10:30. So what time did you publish that? Has that meeting been published in the? Okay, so it goes in tomorrow. So my recommendation is that we report this to legals as 10 o'clock start time. Obviously, if the meeting goes long, we can slide it, but we can't start earlier. So if it's okay with the board, I'll adjust that to a 10 o'clock start.
Absolutely, that's fine.
Okay.
That's fine, we're all here. Commissioner Casper?
Are we talking the 14th, that budget meeting?
14th, yes.
Okay. Thank you.
But the technical time will now be posted as 10 o'clock in the morning, and that's fine. It's not an issue.
Okay.
I look to the administrator, anything further from you?
No, Mr. Chair.
Okay, very good, thank you. I'll look to the board, anything further that needs to come before this board today?
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Got a motion on the table to adjourn?
Second.
Got a second? Those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? Meeting is adjourned.
Heck of a
It's
job, Mr.
9:22. Thank you.